Hi, I'm Michael Delbar, incoming CEO of the California Rangeland Trust. Hope you've enjoyed our virtual ranch tour videos. We thank you for taking time to check those out. This one today is a little bit closer to home for me, as this is part of our ranch, the Eddy Ranch in Mendocino and Lake counties. We're going to take you on a quick little tour of a lease property we have today, courtesy of my wife and daughter, Katie and Kayla. Their goal today is to bring in some bulls. We'll see if they're successful, but at least to give you a glimpse into our daily life around here. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoy it.
So this lease here has two pieces, this upper piece and a lower piece. And would you look at that? There's some cows up here. Most of the cows we found were down in the lower part today. We have it open between the two so they can graze the lower and the upper. We also have the opportunity to close them off if we feel that they are overgrazing one part or undergrazing another part. This place burned in the ranch fire, so you can see a lot of the burn scar up around us, but the grasslands came back really nice. So that's where we're headed, is up to grab that cow and cows and see if they have the bulls with them, then move them down with the other cows. Now the goal is to get them to move down the water a little bit and then cross so we can come back up into the trailer. So there's our Angus bull, some Hereford and some Angus cattle. This cow right in front of me, she's a purebred Angus with a yellow tag. Some bred heifers, some first calf heifers, some mature cows. Kind of got a whole mix and medley here. Couple different tag colors, tag numbers. Our goal is to tag with the first number being the year that they were born or branded. So like this, there's a couple in here that are 9s. That means that I know that in 2019 they were they were born the winter of 1819 pretty much. So they are younger. That would mean right now they're a bred heifer. If they're an 8, that means they should have their first calf on them. If they're a 7, that would be like their second calf, and then so on from there. Some of our older cows did not get their tags like this. We just changed it. It makes it easier to manage the herd. We know their age on them and we can keep track for calves a little easier. Our books become a little easier that way. Some good looking babies in the front. So they got crossed. So we're gonna cross. We position the horses when you're working cows and position your dogs to where you're just kind of guiding them the direction you want. So you can see there's a little cow trail. That's where they're headed. They're gonna naturally take their own trails, kind of just what cows do. You want to use their braking points, so the point of their shoulder is kind of a good point of movement to get them to move. And so I position your horse and your dogs to get them to go the direction you want. And then knowing, like, personality wise, like this Hereford bull here, I want him to go. I put a little pressure on his shoulder, he moves. And then I know he's going the direction I want him to go. So if we had another rider, we'd probably put him over the levee to get them to kind of stop and stay where we want. Just the two of us. So once they get moving, kind of cool. Such cool animals. Moving up. We'll go position ourselves on the other side. So like I said, you know, they're going to trot off on you because they're like, well, They let us go. So I come over here and go around. Hank! And the dog is like, hey, I don't want you to go around. And then come to our little makeshift trap. Dogs see, they're taking off. Dogs are gonna go stop them. That's not what they need to do. We want them just to kind of stay quiet. The quieter that the cows learn how to be, the easier it is on not only you, your stock, but also them. We don't want them to be high strung. We don't want them to move super fast. Hey, mamas. Easy. Easy. Hey, easy. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Hey, Mom! So we didn't want to use the little old makeshift corrals because we thought we'd make our own. But apparently the cows naturally went into the old makeshift pen. And so now we'll figure out what to do from here. So this group decided to not come off the hill with the other group. So the dogs went out and found them. Well, we kind of spotted them first, right? And the dogs went out and grabbed them. And so the dogs are now bringing them to us. We're working 2 puppies and 2 somewhat more older dogs. Our thing is we want the cows to come to us and to stop, which is apparently not happening at the moment. So the dogs know that. They know that the cows are not supposed to just come by and run off. And the cows kind of know that. They're just a pain about it. So let me move my horse. Whoa. And so right now, when the puppies chase them behind, that's not a great thing. We want them to go to their head and to turn them and to convince them to come back down to us. So Katie's in front because she wants the dogs to bring the cows to her. It's more of a natural thing for a lot of like your border collies. So we run dogs that are like a border collie, McNab, and Kelpie mix. So those puppies go underneath. Not the greatest part. In this we have both of the bulls, and so bulls are a little bit harder to handle sometimes. They have a more independent mindset, you could say. But we're just watching them bring them off. It looks like we have 2 mature cows and 2 young heifers. So these cows are about 6 years, 7 years old. They've had multiple babies. The heifers are, I think these are bred heifers, and so they got bred for the first time this year and will calve next year, or they've already had 1 baby. I'm not exactly positive. Oh, never mind, there's 3 bred replacement heifers or bred heifers, and then 2 cows. So as you can see, like the dogs plant themselves on the back to bring them down the hill, and now that they've turned them so they're coming downhill, it helps out a lot more. Yeah, and until the bulls decide to do whatever they want. So we buy bulls that have great genetics for marbling, also can handle breeding cattle in the hills and not falling apart. So sometimes they have a little bit of a walk, and that causes them to want to travel. Other times it's great because then they will travel to the cows. It's kind of a happy medium. And when your dogs just aren't getting the direction they want, you send the cowboy in. So our goal today is to take these cows back down the hill to that lower pasture, mix them with the other cows so they're all together, take a good look at them, and then our goal is actually to bring the bulls home today and turn them out with our spring herd. These are all fall calvers, and that means that they've already been bred and we can pull the bulls from them. Places like this are a little bit harder to get the bulls off of because you have to take them all the way down the bottom and separate them. But I better go help.
We had to call it a day.
And our day is now done, and then the happy cows walked away. Such pains. They don't want to ever hang out. So thanks for following our little day on our lease. The mayor says to have a wonderful one and enjoy the views of spring in Lake County.